You know, I'm just an ordinary guy, but I have a big dream. I dream of a world where one can simply step into the car and start driving. I have nightmares over the legacy start button. It once had its place, but pressing it is just too much. I simply cannot stand it anymore. Enough is enough. But today, everything changes. The almighty BYD, they have done something. They have done software development.
I used to press that button every single day. Now I just step in and drive away. No more waiting, no more stress. It's the future, yeah, I must confess. Oh, 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 oh. Auto power off, auto power off. Start it up, power down, it's a button free. Auto power off, auto power off. I'm just chilling in my car while it does the heavy job.
I used to be important.
The electric seal.
So, BYD Seal 1.4 software version. One of the nice new features in this version update was the auto power on, auto power off feature. And you can find it in the settings and vehicle driving control. No, it wasn't here. I've already forgot where was it. Comfort driving. So here there is power supply, auto power on, auto power off. It's a bit of a cryptic way to say it, but this basically means that if you enable it, you don't need this anymore. So this is the legacy start stop button that is still included in the Seal and most of the cars. Of course, it is a familiar element that many people have used to use for so many years and decades. So it is a kind of a familiar thing and maybe it does have its place still for some users. But with electric cars, there really isn't any reason why you need start and stop button. And now finally BYD has updated the car system so that you can enable auto power on or auto power off. And this means that auto power on, so when you enter the car, you unlock the doors, then the car automatically starts and you don't have to press the button again. Alright, someone might say it is just one button press, and yeah, that's true, and I kind of made a bit of fun of that in the intro, but still it's pretty nice. I recommend that you try it, and then, but of course this button, you know, I keep pressing this multiple times a day, and when there really isn't any technical reason why I should press this button, it kind of starts feeling silly. And now with this one, I have less button pressing to do, and you as well. So I recommend that you try this auto power on, auto power off, and tell me what you think about it. But in this video I will of course demonstrate what this means and how the car behaves with these settings. Let's start with the old case. So both of these functions are disabled, as in the earlier software versions was the case when this feature was not supported. So this is familiar to everybody. When you have parked the car, you press start and stop button here and the car shuts off. And of course, and then when you enter the car and you unlock the doors, nothing happens in the car system or the infotainment. It is still off, and you need to do manually pressing the start and stop button, and now you are ready to drive. It takes that few seconds, not a big deal, but now let's go to the comfort driving and auto power on and see what happens with this setting. So now when I don't have the auto power off enabled, you know, you see it's still disabled. I only have auto power on enabled, but not auto power off. To power off, I'm still using the same old button here, start stop button, and pressing it, and the car shuts off. And now let's see what happens when I re-enter the car. So now look at the screens. They immediately come to life and the car is ready to drive. I didn't push the button nor the pedals, but now I can drive the car right away. So back in the settings, I will enable also auto power off. And now I won't touch this start stop button. I will leave the car as it is and let's step out. And locking the car. So you can see the mirrors folding, the car shuts itself off, and you can see the screens that they are black. So the car is now off and the auto power off function did its magic. And now when I have both of these settings now enabled, I have the auto power on and I have the auto power off. So I'm now unlocking the car, and again take a look what happens in the screens. When I enter the car, the screens are on and the car is on. It is drivable immediately without me having to press the pedal and the start stop button. So this is the auto power on, auto power off function in the BYD Seal 1.4 that recently was released as an over-the-air upgrade. So this was actually a pretty pleasant surprise that they have included this functionality in this car software version. Of course, you also have the password to drive, which I showed you in my previous video, but together this and then the power supply auto power on function, I think it does improve the user experience of the Seal a little bit, and I will probably be using this function myself. This of course isn't anything too spectacular. It is pretty basic function. Many cars have this. Actually, I have been driving fully electric 6 years, since 2019, and even my first electric car had this kind of function, and actually even a little bit better implemented. So next I will share my idea on how to improve this auto power on and auto power off. And especially the auto power off, I think it could work so that now when I have it enabled and I'll exit the car, so now when I'm outside the car and I have the key with me, and of course the car senses that the key is not in the proximity of the car, it could automatically now at this point lock the car and shut it off. But it doesn't do that. It requires still that you lock the car manually from the key. So when I press this one, now it locks itself and it shuts itself down, as you can see from the folding mirrors, and there are no lights anymore. But it could be even more handy if it would automatically sense the distance from the key to the car, and when you are like over 10 meters away, it could do everything automatically for you. And that is how my first electric car worked back in 2019. So what we have in the Seal today is not really anything too amazing, but it's a good addition to the car software anyway. And of course, if they would have this, this automatic proximity sensing system, that could be an option as well, which you could choose from the car infotainment. If you would like to disable the automatic kind of distance-based setting, you could do that. so it wouldn't force everyone to use it that way. But it would be another step towards fully automatic locking and shutting of the car. So this was my video of the auto power on function in the BYD Seal latest software version 1.4. Hopefully you liked this video, and please let me know in the comments how do you like the feature. Do you use it yourself, or are you still waiting for this upgrade to arrive? And as usual, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Electric Seal, please subscribe. That is very important to keep this channel ongoing and helps me to produce more content for you. So thank you everyone, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Wave goodbye to the ancient ways. No more pushing on the lazy phase. Software's king, I'm living the dream. BYD, you're on my team. Oh, oh.